I'm just a simple man trying hard to understand.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to One Step Closer. Well, I have a story to say. It's about really when a person does a bad thing to you, and then you should deal, or your reaction should be a good deed, or you try to be the best to them. Actually, I remember a story that a friend told me. He saw a man driving a brand new Mercedes of the year, brand new Mercedes, and then a guy driving an old beat up car, piece of junk, and he was just careless, and he bumped into him. So the reaction of that guy driving the Mercedes should have been, what are you doing? You're destroying my car. No, he just got out the car. He looked at his car. He looked at the other man's car, and he told him, "Are you all right?" The man just, with a shock, he said, "Yes, I'm all right." He said, "Okay, as long as you're fine, you're not hurt, no blood or anything, you could go. Just, the metal, hitting metal, that's no problem."
That's a rare case.
See how he dealt with it? SubhanAllah. I mean, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make my to make my character just like that man.
I mean, this is obviously something rare that we see, because, and we Muslims really need to raise to that high level, because Muslims have always been like that. They struck wonderful examples. We'll share some of them after we take this phone call from Nigeria. We have Sister Zainab. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Sister Zainab, assalamu alaikum. Okay, I think we've lost the line, no problem. Okay, I remember one thing, that one day Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak was traveling, and they didn't travel by themselves. They used to wait for a caravan traveling. They would travel there for the sake of company. So he traveled, and in his company was a person who had very bad character. Ibn al-Mubarak was still very good with him. He dealt with him very patiently, and even when the man spoke bad and did not deal well with Abdullah ibn Mubarak, he was still patient with him, and he did not respond with an equal, or with evil, or with bad words. He was always patient with him. And this is a message, or an answer to the question of our sister from Nigeria, that even when people treat you bad, you treat them well, because you have a different set of beliefs. You have a different paradigm that you function from within. And this is exactly what you should be doing. We worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even when people treat you bad, we worship Allah, we please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by treating them well. So when they traveled for a long time, the man was very bad, and he never learned from the manners or the character of Abdullah ibn Mubarak. When they departed and the journey was over, Abdullah ibn Mubarak was crying. So they asked him, "Why do you cry?" He said, "Because the man was in our company for a long time, and he hasn't changed his life. And I really feel bad for him, should he live the rest of his life having the same kind of character." Now that's good character.
Yes,
even when people deal badly with you, you're still concerned for their own welfare, for their own good. This is how these were, and this is why they brought civilization, real civilization, to the world. Now these are shining examples. I hope we have some of them.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Hawa from Egypt. Assalamu alaikum.
My question. Alaikum salam. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, sister.
So my question is that, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear, but if you can just mute the TV, because we're hearing feedback. Can you just mute the TV and just talk to us from the phone?
My question is that when I am praying, I am thinking something which is far away from me. So how can I avoid all this?
Okay, can you repeat your question, sister? Because I didn't get that.
My question is that when I am praying, then I will start thinking something. So how can I avoid all this?
Avoid what?
I am thinking something when I am about to pray. I am thinking something.
That's what I get, that she starts thinking of something else outside the prayer.
Well, that's definitely, that happens with everyone.
Yes.
But I don't want the question to turn into a fatwa show.
Yes.
But please refer the question, sister, to Ask Huda. I really apologize. I won't be able to answer your questions, your fiqh questions, because we're not supposed to deal with that. And mashallah, the Brother Fuad and Sheikh Muhammad Salah are doing a wonderful job in Ask Huda. Okay, and I believe we have another phone call. We have Sister Ilham from Syria. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Welcome to One Step Closer.
Thank you very much. Actually, Sheikh Moutassem, you mentioned the verse when Allah said to the Prophet, had you been harsh with people, they would have turned away from you. I believe that Husn al-Khuluq is the best way to give da'wah to people. People are bored from hearing ceremonies, debate, and speech. What attracts people the most to Islam is the living examples. They need to see Muslims with good manners, because action speaks louder than words.
Yeah.
So I think that when we want people to know about Islam, or even when we want to advise our own Muslim brothers or sisters, we need to use that indirect way. And one of the things that reflects the good manner is that when we want to speak to people, we shouldn't come to them as judges. People don't like us when we judge them, because this is a harsh way that has no feeling.
Yes.
I think that we should come to people as doctors. People do like you when you come to them as a doctor.
Yes.
People most of the time come to you when you are a doctor because they know that you will treat them well. You don't hurt them because you don't hate them. You only hate their diseases. Doctors never hate their patients. So the point is that being concerned about people and showing them care and love is part of Husnul Khuluq, whether we are dealing with Muslims or with non-Muslims. And thank you very much for listening.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much, Sister Ilham. And I really thank Sister Ilham because she's been sending us actually summaries of each of the live episodes. She's been sending that to the email address. I'm really very thankful, Sister, for that. Inshallah, soon I'll put them on my personal blog, and we'll put them on the Huda TV forum. .com, obviously, so people can inshallah see them. Yes. And we inshallah will have some other things to share with you. So actually there are wonderful things that we can deal with, or we can share with our viewers. One of the things that came to my mind was Al-Fudayl ibn Iyad, a statement by Al-Fudayl, one of our great generations, early generations, when he said that I prefer to be in the company of a sinner who has good manners than a worshipper who has bad manners. And this actually goes in line with what Sister Ilham said, that actually good character is one of the avenues to happiness. And this is why people in the West consider it to be one of the most important practicalities of their professional life. They know that in order to make life easy, you have to have a good attitude, you have to be good with people. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So one of the main avenues to happiness is good character. You want happiness, and this is a message to everyone, even to myself. You want happiness, have good character. Deal with others well. Do well, and you will see that life will change. The quality of life will change. This is how we are created. We appreciate good character. So this is one of the most profound aspects of our deen.
I think, Sheikh, also, if we keep in mind that bad character could destroy our good deeds.
Yes.
I mean, the Prophet ﷺ said that bad character ruins good deeds just as vinegar would ruin honey. It's hadith sahih, I heard it. So really, if we keep in mind that if we do bad character, if we have a bad character towards yourself, towards others, towards anything, I mean, it would ruin your good deeds. So really, you're going to, abstain from it. Why? Because you don't want to ruin all the good deeds you have done.
Yes, yes.
So I think it's one way to attain or to maintain having good character.
Yeah, it's something that we have to keep in mind.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And, the Prophet ﷺ, as Anas describes him, he says that, كَانَ أَحْسَنَ النَّاسِ خُلُقًا. He's the best people in terms of character. Yes. The Prophet ﷺ, he's never hit any person. He's never reprimanded. He never reprimanded a person in his life. He never said to anything that happened or something that a person did, why didn't you do it that way? Or why did you do it that way? He was so patient with people and so good. And we try here to summarize how we can what does good character means. Good character actually means that you are dutiful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you understand really why we are created. That we're created to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that we have to realize and understand and contemplate the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the gifts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we become dutiful to Allah, and this actually will give us direction. And don't forget that we have to treat people as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to treat them. So be concerned for them. Don't try to fake it. Husnul Khuluq can never be faked. So it is something that has to come from your heart. If it doesn't, then it's not real, it's fake, and it doesn't work. It has to come from your heart. And this is the essence of Husnul Khuluq. So whenever you're concerned for them, it will show on your character, will show on your external attitude. Definitely people will be able to see it and benefit from it and appreciate it.
Thank you, Sheikh. Jazakallah khair for this.
Welcome. Thanks.
Sorry, actually the time has passed by so quick.
Thank you for sharing the great ideas as well.
You're welcome, Sheikh. Dear viewers, time has passed. So please remember that you could send us any comments or any advices on our email, onestepcloser@huda.tv. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Lord, I am just a simple man, trying hard to understand. Where's my place in your great plan, oh Lord? Lord, I am just a simple man, trying